dinosaur impression down. I don't know. I saw some great dinosaurs out there. Great dinosaurs. All right. So hi, I am Ms. D. I am a kindergarten teacher here at PA Virtual Charter School. Yes. Amazing. Best school ever, right? So let's see. One more time. I want to go through some of these pictures. I think I see one of my students, and it's Glory Honey. Yeah. Hi. Hey, Glory Honey. Welcome. Did you lose a tooth? Oh my gosh, you lost a tooth. Oh yeah, you totally did. Awesome. Oh, and Kobe, look at your mask. What? Oh, I see. Alex, yeah. I see somebody else with another lost tooth. Lots of teeth missing. Oh my goodness. And I saw Maya's from my neck of the woods. You're over here in Lancaster with me. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about dinosaurs. We're going to talk about fossils, and then we're going to start making our own. Sound good? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Good. Yeah. Okay. So get ready for this. First, we're going to go over what a fossil is. So I'm going to share up my screen over here. Here it comes. Swoop. All right, so here we go, fossils. What is a fossil? Well, let's see. Well, fossils are those preserved remains of ancient life found as a rock in Earth's crust. Wait a second, the Earth has a crust? Like pie? Like cherry pie or like, pumpkin pie? I'm not sure. No, so the crust is that top layer, right? We've got this layer that's closest to the surface, and as we dig through it, we're able to find these fossils. And then we've got this layers of sediment over it. And what happens is those layers of sediment are on top of these amazing fossils, these bones. And as those bones get pressed into the earth, it makes the fossils. It presses it down. Yeah, easy peasy, right? So here's a couple fossils we can take a look at. That looks like a big one. I don't know if I want to see this dinosaur in person. Would you? Thumbs up or thumbs down? You want to see this dinosaur in person? Would you? Look at this guy. Oh, frightening. All right. So this is the Acrocanthosaurus. We have the Paleosaurus. What? Now, check this out. Look how long those back legs are. Look how long those front arms are. Well, if you're digging up bones, you're probably going to pay attention to how long these bones are. You're probably going to say, I definitely have like 4 legs here. Some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. That's going to help you figure out which dinosaur you have come across. Whoa, and then we have this, look at this Ankylosaurus. Can you imagine being somebody that's digging through the dirt and finds this long tail with a big rock at the end? Again, one of those defining features that helps them piece this together and figure out exactly what's going on. Here we go. Apatosaurus. Take a look at this one. What would kind of stand out if you were digging up this dinosaur? Type it in the chat box. You're digging, you find some of these fossils. What's going to make you say, well, this is probably an Apatosaurus? What are some features of this dinosaur that make it maybe a little bit different than that last one? Right? Maybe it's the length of that tail. Yeah. Maybe it's the length of the neck. Oh, we've got a lot of neck bones. Oh, we've got a lot of tail bones. Oh, there's not a big ball at the end of this tail. Whew, this is probably look at this. Can you imagine? And there's that fossil there that you can see. Yeah, they probably found this, and again, long tail. We have wings going on. Amazing. We're just going to go through a couple more. Whoop, there we go. Look how long that was. Oh man, that'd be a lot of bones to dig up. Just incredible. What about this one? Type it in the chat box. What stands out about this fossil? What would determine that this could be a Parasaurolophus? Maybe its head, right? Maybe this forehead that they dug up, totally different than some of these other ones that we found. All right, now that we've taken a look at some of our dinosaurs, I need you to help me figure this out. Well, I want to know if this is a plant or an animal. Check out the fossil at the top. Type in the chat box. A for plant, B for animal. What do you think this fossil would be? Or if you don't want to tell me an A or B, that's for the younger ones, type it in. What animal could this have been? All right, definitely a frog. We're thinking frog. All right, how about this one? Plant or animal? What exactly could it be? If you are, beyond the AB, what could it be? I don't know. Were there lanternflies back then? Maybe. Or a beetle? Yeah. All right, here we go. Another plant or animal. Plant or animal? What are our thoughts? And if you know the exact dinosaur that this might have been, go ahead. Go ahead. Type it out phonetically. Yeah. Tap out the sound. Great, great. Maybe some of us know. Oh, a dog? I said a dog. All right. Oh, that's what we did. There we go. Plant or animal? Or what in particular could it be? Type that word into the chat box. I think a dragonfly. Dragonfly. All right, this is our last one. I love these. What could this be? Plant or animal? What kind of animal could it be? Maybe a good horseshoe crab? I think it could be like a horseshoe crab or stingray, maybe. Yeah. Awesome. So let's take this back down here. And what we're going to do next, I think, yeah, I am. So what we're going to do next is start putting our fossils together. Okay. So you need to have some flour, some salt, and some water. Did you hear that? I controlled myself this. Usually I say water. Anybody else in the water lingo? Anybody? No, I usually say water. All right, show me a thumbs up in your camera if you are ready and rocking and roll with your flour, sugar, and water, and probably a bowl to put all of that in, unless you're mixing it in your lap. No, just kidding. Don't actually mix it in your lap. That would be terrible. Thumbs ups in the cameras. How do we look? Got it? Sweet. Gloriani is rocking the bowl on her head. That works. Kobe, you just keep looking like a dinosaur over there. It's incredible. Okay. Let me pull up my camera over here. And we'll do it together. Whoop. And here we go. You can cook later. I've done this 2 different ways where we've had where you just let it dry on your own, and it will work that way too. Or I'll give you instructions for cooking it too. All right, here we go. Salt. Yep. Salt, flour, and water. Let me make sure this is sharing. I feel like I've messed up this screen share. There we go. So first up, we are going to do 2 cups of flour. So let's find that 1 cup. 1 cup. And we're going to do 2 of those 1 cups of flour and put it into our bowl. Make it nice and even. There we go. All right, there's 1 cup flour. You see this? Do you see how wonderful I am at measuring? This is why I don't typically cook. You see, can you imagine how this would go in my house? Oh boy, yep. Cookies turn into rocks. All right, there we go. 2 cups of flour. Next up, we have this 1 cup of salt. 1 cup of salt. Still rocking our single cup here. There we go, 1 cup of salt. Now I'm gonna mix this together a little bit, and I'd like for you to do the same. This is probably too bright for you. There we go. And what we're first going to do is take those dinosaurs that I asked you to bring. If you have any, or animals, any animals or dinosaurs. Yeah, Maya's got it. All right. And let's see, what happens if I make my footprints just in here? Does it work? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Does this work? Does that make a footprint? No, not quite. All right, so these fossils that they're digging up definitely have to be solid, definitely have to be rocky, because we're definitely not digging up anything that is soft like dirt. All right, next up, let's put some of that water in and stir it up. So we need 3/4 of a cup of water. Please make sure that that water doesn't get too close to your laptops, right? Make sure you're keeping this at a distance. I know I am, I'm over here working to the side. So let's see here, 3/4 of a cup of water. There's 1/4. 2/4 and 3/4. And we're going to stir it up, making it into a nice dough. Once we get to a good point, we can even put our hands in there, start mushing it together with our fingers. There we go. I'm going to check in on you guys. Let me pull up your cameras on my end. There we go. See how we're doing? In that grid view. All right. Oh, I see Kayla mixing it up. You're rocking it, Kayla. Shelby, nice job. Nicely done. All right. Oh, I see the Days over there mixing it up. Nice bowls. Nice bowls. Good. Gabrielle. Oh, well done, Emma. Rocking it, Alexia. Oh, Gloriani, you using your fingers already? Nice. Is using her hands already? Awesome. Janai. Oh, look, I see a dinosaur on the screen already. Nice, Linda. Nice, Linda. Oh, is that show? Yep. Sweet. All righty, bringing it back. I see Hunter that hard at work over. Yep. Hunter's got the support system over there. Yep, that you always need like a slightly larger, stronger hand. I get it. All right. And I'm going to start using my hands here too. Start molding it, mixing it. And what we're going to try and do is make it into a nice ball. Nice ball here. Pressing it together, thinking about, again, with those fossils, how that sediment, how that time works. Lots of pressure, layers and layers of pressure, just like your ball of dough. Yeah, the more pressure you put on it, the more solid it gets. Dirt over time, the more pressure you put on it, the more solid it gets. Good. Maybe we'll make 2 balls. 1. Salt dough. Easy peasy salt dough.
Ms.
Yeah.
Dajczak, I see some people hard at work. I see
Fine.
Reggie and Gabrielle and let's see, Hunter, Alexianne, Gloriani, Emma. I see a lot of people mixing. Janai, man, put a lot of hard work into these dinos. Way to go.
What I'm going to have you guys do is just, maybe in the chat box, you can give me an okay when you have made a ball and then flatten it out like this. Make it into a pancake. You're going to make your ball and then flatten it out. If you have a couple, that works too, because we're going to do a couple different things. Anybody else have pancakes for breakfast? Huh? Salt dough pancakes? You think they would taste good? Listen, everything tastes good with syrup, right? Yeah, little butter, little syrup. All right, I'm going to make my last one here. And then I'm going to pull up that song again while you guys finish up. When the song's over, we'll start up some of those prints that we can make. I have made a mess. I've made a mess and I'm not in my kitchen. This is good. This is good. All right, let me stop my share here. Give you a little bit of music while we wrap it up. Alrighty, let's get to it, guys. There's a couple different types of fossils that I want to show off to you. So first up, let's do some like non-animal ones, right? Because you're gonna find anything as a fossil, including leaves and the imprints from like shells. So check this out. Brought a shell. Well, where's my camera? Here it is. And what would happen if I would press this into one of my doughs? Do you think I'm going to be able to pick up some of those ridges? Let's see. If I were to press my shell in, it's a little hard to see on the camera, but I have some ridges. So at another time, if you have shells lying around, you can do this whole experiment. You can see how detailed a fossil can be, even with the ridges of the bottom or the top of a seashell. Something else you might find as a fossil are leaves. Now, I'm not going to find this lovely green leaf, but I might see the lines, those details of the lines on the back of our leaf, and we could practice actually with that too, pressing it into our salt dough. So it shows up a little bit better. You can see. No, maybe you can't see it as well. But you can see how the veins press into our salt dough. Sometimes we even have these other spiral type fossils, which is something I kind of want you guys to practice with. What you're going to do for a spiral fossil is to actually take your nail, your thumbnail, okay? And we're going to make a spiral using prints from our nail. All the way around. And it will make what kind of looks like a shell. Camp counselor Shelly's over there saying, really? Can you stop saying shell? You're messing me up. Shelly, shell. All right, so again, use your thumb, press down, try and make a spiral fossil. Right, and if you've done it, go ahead, hold it up in the screen for me. Love to see it. Love, love, love. Gloriani, are you making like 2 dozen cookies over there? Chocolate chip? Very nice. Good work. Awesome. Shelby, I see yours. Sweet. All right, now one of our other ones here, we're going to practice. Maybe we wouldn't see a full fossil. Maybe we would only see the footprints, right? So let's try and make some footprints in the dough next. Using one of your dinosaurs that you brought, go ahead and press those feet in, make a set of footprints to go with your dinosaur. Got it? Awesome, Shelby. Looking through again. How are we doing? Good work. I see Izzy working on it. Fabulous. All right, and then our next one, we want to try laying them down. Okay, so we're going to take that dinosaur, lay it down into our salt dough and push, push, push. Gently, making sure we're not cracking our salt dough too much. Maybe I'll move it a little bit so that we can see the tail line and the head line. There we go. up for you. This does not focus as well as I had hoped. All right, so we can see that outline of our dinosaur as we press it into that salt dough. Maybe it would take a super long time, but we would only find the tail. Imagine that. I have actually my alligator over here, so I could just do the tail. So, or maybe we would only see the face. I'm going to put the face on one of these two. Like so. Now, if you didn't have a dinosaur laying around, I had said that you could bring Q-tips. Now, again, if you have a bunch of extra salt dough around, you can use Q-tips and design some of your own fossils, your own lines. So maybe that would entail, we could do a full line with a Q-tip. And maybe I can make a leaf this way too, making the veins of our leaf. Again, any of my friends that brought Q-tips, that was an option. Make it that way. Or maybe you can make a whole skeleton that way too, right? If we make the spine and maybe some smaller lines in the middle. Maybe I could put a big ball print at the end to look like that dinosaur that has the giant ball at the end of its tail. Okay. Good. I see Kayla with her Q-tips. Perfect, Kayla. Kyla. Yes. Sorry. Gloriani's got like a stack. She just needs a drizzle of pancake. Some nice syrup. Emma, how's yours looking? I see you have a lot of dinosaurs over there. Oh, cool. Oh, nice work, Emma. Let's see.
Ms. Dajczak, do you see Shelby's? Look how detailed that is.
Whoa, Shelby! Rocking the fossils. That's what you're doing, Shelby. Nicely done. Up and okay. Excellent. All right, well, while we finish up, while you guys keep pressing and moving your Q-tips around, I'm going to share up a little video, take a little field trip to a fossil site. Now, Wyoming is like huge for fossils. Huge place to find dinosaur fossils. So we're going to listen to this just a little bit. It says 6 minutes. We're not watching the whole 6 minutes. But we're going to see what it's like to dig up. How long? Put in the chat box. How long do you think it takes to dig up a dinosaur fossil? Do you think it just takes like a couple weeks? A couple years? Maybe a couple months? What's your thought? How long do you think it takes to dig up a dinosaur fossil? Not a real one.
So when people like go out and say they want to look for dinosaurs, they're real. Always ask us where you want to dig. So this year we're excavating in South Bishop Basin in the Morrison Formation looking at dinosaurs. The Morrison Formation is one of the most iconic formations within paleontology because it is the place where great dinosaurs found. Brontosaurus, Stegosaurus, and dinosaur species that everybody on the planet has heard of. This expedition is the 2018 installment of the American Museum Archaeologist project. So it's a joint project that's run between the American Museum and excavation, a few forests, very large rivers, and the entire ecosystem preserved, and it gives a good glimpse, a good photograph of the life during the late Jurassic. One of the goals of having this expedition is also having a training ground for our students in paleontology. We run the Master in Paleontology in Portugal, and we invite students to come here to when we extract fossils from the ground. It's just like the barn around it was tearing around the stuff in the 1890s. We are still using the same techniques that Barnum Brown and others have done. So we still use the chisel and brushes. It's always a destructive process.
Wait a second. Little hammers? Little chisels? Little brushes? This is going to take a long time. Those dinosaurs were kind of big, weren't they? Yeah. And we're going to use all those little things. Oh, my.
Typical days that feel all weather dependent, that if you're going to get up, go out there, and like sit there and count rocks all day. It's the other places where it's always harder, and more jackhammers and that kind of thing.
Oh, there we go. There's a jackhammer. That should speed up the process. That man just said 3 years. 3 years they're working on that one little site. It's going to take a couple of years to find the full part of a dinosaur. It's going to take a while to find what you guys are creating.
But we're just going to excavate, because there's so many bones. We're talking about many skeletons in the same position, in the same layer. It's definitely a lot of fun, but scientifically, it's much harder. If you have one single skeleton, you know exactly every bone belongs to that animal. If you have many skeletons together, it's that femur, for instance, from animal to the right or the animal to the left. We don't know. Well, I mean, it's interesting. One thing maybe that way.
There we go. So sometimes there's more than one fossil in an area. So feel free on your fossils, you can put some footprints around your bones and it will kind of make it a little more tricky. What dinosaur is it? How many dinosaurs are there? Which parts are there? All of that. All righty. So one more time, I'm gonna bring it back over here and stop my share. Take a looky-loo at you guys. Oh, Izzy, that's a big one. Oh, you got that patted down nicely. Yep, good job. Wow. Amazing. All right, so what I am going to do is put in the chat box here how we can go about cooking these fossils if we would like to. Now, again, I've done this a lot, and I've had success where I just lay them out to dry and they dry. But if you cook it, it really turns into a rock. It turns into like my cookies. Let's be honest. Like, I am not a baker. When this comes out and it's nice and hard, that's what my cookies look like when I cook. Yeah, I know. Here we go. So I'm typing in the chat box. There we go. You're on that. Bake it at 200 degrees. All right, until your fossils are dry. The amount of time needed to bake those depends on the size. So you got like really thick ones. Some of you guys have some nice thick ones. Gloriani, I think I saw yours. It's going to take a little bit longer. But the thin ones, like what Shelby had over there and a couple others, those are going to be more like 45 to 60 minutes. But make sure you keep an eye on that oven. Make sure it doesn't burn. Nice. Look at that. Oh, goodness. A lot of cool ones being shown in the camera right now. Now, what I do need you to do once you do bake those, or if you do lay them out to dry, make sure you take a picture of it, send it over to Miss Shelley. She's curious about how these are actually going to turn out. Yeah, prove to her that this turns out. Okay, send her some of those pictures. Not, oh, Shelby, you did a couple. You did. Oh, it fell. Is it okay? Is it alive? Okay. There we go. Okay, good. Great.
Hey, Jack, I have a question, actually.
Oh, boy.
Do you think that if people wanted to do this again, which they should,
Mhm.
can you think of some ways, like, could we paint them, or could we add coloring to the dough and then we could have colored fossils? Would that be possible?
Okay, so color-wise, I've done it a couple different ways. I've used watercolors, which works nicely. If you wanted to use some brown watercolor paint, yeah, liquid watercolors like the best. Other thing I've seen done is tea stains. If you have some like tea bags laying around, wet the tea bags, press them on the salt dough, and it'll look like a rock. It'll look darker too. Yeah, good question. Thank you.
And have you ever found a fossil, like when you've been out on a walk or anything like that?
I have not. I have not. You know, it'd be pretty funny though if I made some of these and put them out like on my walks and made other people think they found fossils.
You could do that. They might think that they've been around for many, 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 many years.
Yeah, yeah. How about you guys? Have any of you guys found a fossil before? Anybody? No? Be pretty cool. Awesome, awesome. Well, that wraps up my lesson. Oh, there's shell fossils in your backyard? What? That's amazing. So cool. I need some shell fossils in my backyard. Maybe we should come excavate back there. Do you need anybody to come excavate? All right. Yep, so that wraps up my lesson here. Miss Shelley, is there anything else you wanted to add? Oh, remember to send your photos. There it is.